something crazy happened today. A player transferred from Anniversary Realms to Classic Era, and they have dual spec. Let me explain how this happened. Basically, they used an old transfer, and they were able to transfer from Anniversary to Classic Era. Let me explain how transfers work to you, and then I'm going to show you the rest of this information. So in the past, this is how a transfer would have worked. Let's say I wanted to transfer my rogue here to a different realm, right? Like let's pick a realm. I wanted to transfer to or Crom Crush, one of these off cluster realms, like not connected realms. What I would do is I would go to the shop and I would buy a character transfer, and I would select the character to go from this realm to this realm, right? And then the character would have the cogwheel and eventually would transfer over. Then they changed it, and you no longer would pick the character and transfer it. Instead, you'd go to the shop and you would buy a transfer, and then the transfer would appear up here and you could use it, and then you'd click on the transfer up in the corner, and then you would select the character. And you could pre-purchase transfers. They would go on sale, and there currently are people who have unused character transfers. If you use one of those character transfers, you can transfer from Anniversary to Era. But currently, you cannot buy them, so you can only use old ones. You can't buy anything. The store is shut down on Classic Era. And that's just a totally different topic. People are unhappy that the store is shut down because there are people who would like to transfer. They would like to transfer to one of these other realms. For example, if I was going to transfer to Thunder Fury, I could change my name, right? Let's say I didn't like the name Dwarf Lord, which I do like it. But I could make a character named Dwarf Lord on Thunder Fury, transfer to Thunder Fury, and now it's going to say, oh, that name already exists, then you can change your name. But anyways, that's a different topic altogether. So as you can see here, Kovacs says, I had a spare token and a warrior on Dream Scythe that I just didn't play. And you can see them. Whitemane PvP, and then there's the transfer character. Kovac, ZF, 8FF, blah, blah, blah. And here they have dual spec, right? Looks like Fury and Fury Prop. And then all these other people are like, what? Say what? And the other person's like, that's crazy. And so what this tells us is that the technology to transfer from Anniversary to Era is there. And from an outsider, when you're picking what server to play on, you have the tabs at the bottom, right? You've got Classic Era, you got Hardcore, you got Seasonal, you got Anniversary. And in some ways, they seem very separate, like separate tabs, different partitions. But time and time again, things have leaked, right? They do a Season of Discovery patch, and that content ends up on Era, where we have like bosses that are Season of Discovery buffed, and we had runes on Classic Era. And so there's a very fine line separating Anniversary and Classic Era, and people are able to transfer over because if you have the token. But what this means is that when Anniversary ends, we will be able to legitimately, and not with this little, we'll call it a bug or a fluke or whatever, we will be able to transfer our Anniversary characters to Classic Era. And for sure, there are people who want to play Burning Crusade, but there's also people who want to play both or just stay on vanilla. So there are people doing it now, and eventually we will all be able to legitimately. If you enjoyed the video, drop me a sub and a comment. Catch me live on my Twitch channel, Dwarf Lord TV, to connect with me or say hi to me in game on any of my characters. Dwarf Lord out.
And they say that the Dwarf Lord could save us. I'm not gonna pay safe here and wait. I'll hold on to the beard of the Dwarf Lord. Watch as we heroic leap away.